Hello, this is 187 Last Word and Kingy back with the second game between YucoN and oNpOINT in round 3 or round 2 of the lower bracket in the Reckless tournament. This time we're on the American server, which means oNpOINT pings around 60 now and YucoN pings 125. So oNpOINT has the ping advantage now, and yeah, let's see what he can make of it.
Yeah. They are playing again on Colosseum. Both players decided that this was the map to go.
Yeah, and a very unlucky flag flight there for
Yeah, but a nice takeoff there. If he manages to bug that one, well, it was pretty sneaky too, but he doesn't manage to do the capture, so...
kind of a weird try to capture. He was jumping.
Yeah, I think he was still
One
on the
step
European
next to the
server
flag.
in his thoughts, because with a lower ping he could just have pulled that through, and
Yeah.
yeah, this is probably one of the first times YucoN is playing with a higher ping than 40.
Yeah.
So we will see how this is going to turn out.
At least in Rockets, as we mentioned before, YucoN originally is an Instagip player, and I don't know if he ever played on US servers there. But
You've
that
been
was
doing suicide for...
suicide. Yeah, didn't get that. I thought oNpOINT hit him in the back.
Yeah, but oNpOINT is way too passive right now.
Yeah, for his low ping, that
Yeah.
is. I mean, with a high ping, you can play like that and hope for a lucky flag flight. But when you have a lower ping than your opponent, you have to cross the center of the map and try to go for the flag kills.
Yeah, pretty sneaky flag flight there, because yeah, oNpOINT tried to return it mid-air, but YucoN just dodged towards it and got it mid-dodge. It was a pretty good action right there.
Yeah. oNpOINT suiciding and then going directly at the flag.
Yeah, what you said earlier about being passive. I think if oNpOINT manages to do the first capture, he could play like that, but at 0-0, it's... yeah... it's not the best way.
Not the right strategy, and he will almost certainly suffer a counter cap now simply because he's slower. And
yeah,
he does.
Now let's hope... yeah, I was going to say let's hope YucoN doesn't suicide, but he did. Anyways, yeah, and he gets lucky because again, oNpOINT is way too slow.
And oNpOINT only walking around in front of his base.
Yeah, but another nice mid-air.
There,
and then he jumps instead of just dodging to... yeah, but it works out, so it was okay.
It works out because YucoN was blindly going for the flag because he was hesitating. He thought, shit, my opponent is almost making the capture. And he
but
didn't
what you should
jump.
do in such a situation is just you return the flag, and just as you return it, you dodge to the side and make the capture instead.
Yeah.
Even more when your opponent is on a high ping.
Do you think YucoN can win this game? I think he can.
I'm not sure right now. I mean, oNpOINT has the lead right now.
I think oNpOINT will make more frags even, but I don't think he will make more captures.
Yeah, probably not with this
Strategy.
Yeah.
Strategy.
Well, I don't know if he's got one. I mean, he seems pretty clueless, or he's out of ideas right now.
Yeah. I mean, you can be cautious, but this is being way too cautious. It's it seems as if oNpOINT doesn't risk much, but it's also not getting him anywhere if he's just in his own base and never crossing the center of the field.
Yeah, but he's also kind of unlucky when he hits YucoN like 10 seconds ago. He should have died, but he got away with 1 hit point.
Yeah.
And we saw that weird flag flight earlier, so yeah, well, he's passive and unlucky, and that's not a very good mixture.
Yeah, indeed. Making a takeoff there, and YucoN hit him even on the ceiling, but he didn't die. Would have been a quite nice frag.
And weird Seeker and YucoN almost managed, but still managed to return the flag.
Yeah, but if he could return it midair, then he could have gone for the capture
Yeah, indeed.
right there.
Yeah, a lot of mid-air return tries, or I don't know how you call them.
Yeah, which is really good because
Yeah,
that's the way to go. But it's of course it's not that easy with 130
yeah,
ping on
but
the
even
front
oNpOINT
side.
tried it, so yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's very good of them. Yeah, and again, oNpOINT being way too defensive, or at least it doesn't win you the game with
yeah.
playing this kind of defensive style.
And YucoN now trying to make locks to force oNpOINT to go a few steps towards him.
Yeah, it's always a good tactic when you seeker your opponent and then he will make a few steps forward and then you
Yeah,
just spam the ground before him and it will usually hit him.
yeah.
I mean, he can't move back because otherwise the seeker will hit him.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
another nice mid-air bundle,
from oNpOINT. And
but
then
YucoN flying into his face.
quite a smart move actually.
Yeah. And oNpOINT kind of fell for it because he pulled the trigger.
And maybe this
Yeah, this is a well more
did
interesting
some
game
effect
than
on
the
oNpOINT.
one on the European server, that's for sure. I mean, it's way more even.
Yeah.
Yeah, and oNpOINT almost doing the right move there because he went for the flag, but then he jumped again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always a mistake to just jump when you're nervous and when you see your opponent coming or when anything happens, as few players do.
And
Now
both
both
do is
play
suicide and YucoN,
YucoN
yeah,
throws the flag right into his own face.
yeah,
Kind of funny.
yeah, he did that, or almost did that some minutes ago too, so it's either he's very lucky or he has a special way to perform this move we don't know about yet.
I don't think you can decide where a flag flies when you suicide too much. I mean,
Yeah, well,
it's
if you backdodge
sometimes
and then
flying,
press the suicide key, it's likely it's going to fly to the spawn
yeah,
points.
but not guaranteed.
Yeah, right. Sometimes you just hit your opponent for 10 hit points and it flies 200 feet or meters, and yeah.
Yeah.
And then you hit him with a six-pack and it just hits the ground and nothing happens.
And oNpOINT again, just moving backwards and spamming in front of his feet. That's not really. Although it seems to work out sometimes, I don't think it will win him the game because YucoN will eventually.
It worked out on the side there, because YucoN was pressing forward, so it's a lot easier than to just spam singles and
I think YucoN just got enough of this and wants to, wants to push. And let's hope he doesn't
make
too mistakes here. He didn't even look at oNpOINT, and I wonder why oNpOINT couldn't kill him there.
Yeah, well, you know, it's sometimes very difficult to kill an opponent that doesn't see you or doesn't notice you, because he will move in a very weird way, and
yeah, and if you made a takeoff like YucoN did before, it's also not that good.
Yeah, YucoN has a 2 captures lead right now, 5-3.
And still oNpOINT's
playing way too defensive. I mean,
always in his base. And
as I said earlier, you can play like this when you're in the lead, but
Chelsea style.
Yeah. Well, they won it 2012. So
yeah, they won it once, but how often did they lose it because of that?
And another pretty unlucky flag flight for oNpOINT. He suffers a lot from these.
And again, oNpOINT's just
yeah,
going away from the flag
and then
spamming at it and hoping that one of his singles makes a direct hit, because even if he splashes YucoN there, it won't kill him.
And YucoN with the suicide again, and again the flag is just
yeah,
in front of his feet, and I don't know, it's quite suspect for me.
Now
six
3
capture.
captures lead, so
2 minutes left. And a dodge race, but yeah, not a real one. Because they kinda
yeah.
aborted it in the middle of the map.
But oNpOINT could do the mid-air and make his 4th cap.
So what oNpOINT should know now is that YucoN is on low HP, and what he should do is try to attack.
Yeah.
But it seems again he was too slow. I think he had enough time, but he's still several meters away. Yeah, I think it was just oNpOINT slowness and that he was way too passive that lost him the game.
Wrong strategy.
Yeah. Yeah, well, YucoN
Okay.
is proceeding in the lower bracket and is going to face
The
either
winner
Flash or
of the match.
Barushik.
Yeah.
And oNpOINT is out of the tournament. So, yeah, we will see
Thank
what
you,
happens.
oNpOINT, and yeah, we'll see you again at the next match.